Indeed, the hashtag is Citizen Debates and SMS line is 22422. And a bit later on in the program, we'll be taking your feedback. We still have here with us gubernatorial candidates for Kiambu County. And I want to remind them once again that they have less than 3 minutes to respond to the questions that we will be posing to them. Honorable Patrick Wainaina, also known as Jungle, let me come over to you now. And I want to switch and discuss the question of crime in Kiambu County with you. Data from Kenya National Bureau of Statistics showed that Kiambu County ranks at number 2 with about 5,715 crimes reported last year. Should you be elected as governor, how would you rein in this situation?
Asante sana tena Wahiga. Asante sana tena Wahiga. Na niseme hivi, kuna jambo nilikuwa nimesahau kidogo, niseme Wainaina wa Jango
Hapana, hiyo tutakupea nafasi kwa mwisho. Naomba kwanza ujibu swali, alafu turudi kwa hiyo.
Sawa. Na niseme hivi, matumizi ya pesa ya county, Kiambu County, ndio shida. Shida hata sio pesa. Na niseme hivi, wakati unapata hii maneno ya crime, ni kwa sababu watu wetu na vijana wetu hawana ajira. Na tuseme yule atakuwa gavana, mimi nikiwa gavana wa Kiambu, maneno ile swari ama ile swara nitaenda kuzingatia sana. Ni swara la economic empowerment. Nione kwanza, na sio kitu, na niseme hivi, nimeongea maneno ya track record. Na track record kwa sisi viongozi, shida kubwa ni vile sisi tukifikia maneno ya campaign, kila mtu anasema nitafanya. Ni nini ushafanya? Mimi nikiwa Jango, ile kazi nimefanya na naendelea kuifanya, ni vile tu nimesikanisha vikundi vya watu, especially our young people. Ukienda kwa sekta ya bodaboda, sekta ya mamaboga, nimesikanisha vikundi vidogo, alafu nimeingia pale nikafanya kitu inaitwa mentorship. Hawa watu nakuta vikundi zinatoa ama zinafanya savings ya ile pesa, na kwa shilingi moja wamesave. Niko na program na wapatia shilingi 2. Kwa hivyo inakuwa shilingi 3. So for every 1 shilling they save, I am able to triple that to 3 shillings. If they have 1 million, I am able to triple that, and they get 3 million. And the kind of programs and kind of projects these people do, you'll be so very, very surprised. Our people are very good when they are given direction. When we are talking about a lot of drunkenness in the street, it's because our people lack motive, our people lack direction. We need a leader who can do this. I'll give you a very simple example. I have got a group in Gashie. These guys, they're very, very young people, and they came with an idea, and they have a cluster of 15 people, and they put together 4 million shillings. And the program they have, they wanted to do 40 units, what we call bed sitters. It was costing 12 million. So I got them 8 million. So with their 12 million, right now they have done 40 units of bed sitters, giving them 3.1 million a year.
What was the source of your 8 million? Where did you get it from?
Yeah, I'm a businessman, Wahiga. So
private money.
And I have done a lot of things, not just groups. I have got tractors that do roads for people, because I understand if I make Wajiko rich, I'm comfortable in my own whatever you are doing, and probably this will be a surprise to you. Even if I don't get this governor seat, I don't stop what I do. I have been doing street lighting for people.
Okay.
I've been doing groups for people.
Thank you.
I've been doing economic empowerment for people.
Your 3 minutes is up. I'll stop you there.
Thank you.
Naam, asante sana Bwana Wainaina. Nadhani tutakaporejea kwako utatueleza zaidi kuhusiana na hizi hesabu zako. Maana tumetoka kuzungumzia swala la ufisadi katika kaunti ya Kiambu. Utawezaje kuhakikisha kwamba zile unazotoa wewe sio zile za kaunti? Lakini wacha nielekee kwa Bwana Kimani wa Matangi. Maana hili swala la ukosefu wa kazi katika kaunti ya Kiambu limetajwa sana, na ni jambo ambalo linazungumziwa kila wakati ambapo kuna kampeni za uchaguzi. Je, ni mambo gani ambayo utafanya kuhakikisha kwamba wale vijana wa Kiambu na wale ambao hawana kazi wanapata nafasi za kazi?
Santi, thank you very much. I think first is to diagnose what is the genesis of the problem. How come that we have eventually found ourselves where we are with more than 60% of our young people unemployed? And I would diagnose and give a solution as follows. One, the reason why we have that situation is because the subsequent regimes we have had leading the county from the year 2013 up to now have not prioritized that indeed it is important to uniquely put aside the young people, initiate programs for them within the county government and within the private sector. And this is how it works in my thinking and in my planning. One, if you empower the economy of your county, for example, we have investors. An investor will come to the county of Kiambu, and when they come, they want to start, for example, a factory. When they come, they'll apply for a license. They'll also apply to be allowed maybe to build. But what they'll find first is a system that will stop them because, one, there are people who want kickbacks before they can build. There are people who will want kickbacks before they can even approve their plans. And what that then subsequently does is that those many young people waiting to get employed will not get a job. And I can give an example. Recently, about 2 years ago, we went to Roiro, and we were witnessing the opening of an industrial park by Bidco Group. And in the comments of the owner of Bidco, he said, this is a great relief. We have waited 5 years because when we first came to apply for a license here to build this industrial park, we were bogged down and slowed down by demands from the county government of people who wanted to be given money, which said we cannot pay. So if first you resolve the issue of corruption, then you'll enable an economy that will let your people get the jobs.
And this
Number
is not
two,
something you are not able to slow down as the senator of the county for those many years.
I will answer that, but let me first finish the part that I believe is important for you to enable young people. You also have to specifically target young people and train them in the relevant specific jobs that you think are available within your area. Now, see what has happened to our education system. If you look at the young people that we are rolling out of, for example, our universities, you find that most of them are largely unemployable. So what would a county government do to ensure that you have lesser of these people? Empower and ensure that, for example, your technical and vocational training institutions, that the TVETs, and which is a responsibility of a county government, not necessarily national government, that if you absorb most of those talented young people, train them in specific hand skills and other talents, then you're going to eliminate the problem of unemployment. We have persistently, within our system, held that model that if you want to get our young people employed, then you employ them only through white-collar jobs. And so I believe that's one way. Do you want me to answer the question as to why I would not?
I'll come back to you because your 3 minutes is up. Let me allow first Governor Kabogo to also weigh in on this. I have a viewer from Kiambu who's texted in with the same question. The fight to eradicate cheap liquor has become a campaign tool, not just now, but in previous years as well. Ask your guests today what they're going to do about it. So let me get that response from you.
You know,
Wahiga,
sorry.
Thank you.
Dealing with unemployment is not rocket science. You only need to understand that idleness is what causes all these things. Lack of even food on the table. And that is why we had started a Biashara Fund for the youth, women and persons with disability. You also notice that in our polytechnics, we had equipped all these polytechnics. Before I came into office, you would hardly get a carpenter, a proper carpenter, you would hardly get a proper plumber. And because of training these people, what I do now as a real estate developer, I've employed almost 800 people from those Kiambu polytechnics. So the bottom line in dealing with unemployment, insecurity, is simply creating work for the people of Kiambu.
And the sale of illicit liquor?
It is the same thing. If you have 3,000 shillings in your pocket because you're earning money, you will not go and get to take Masai. You also know that this liquor is distributed in full glare of security operators in the country. You will find even police are involved. You will find chiefs are involved. It is something that stems right from the security of the country. And this is a domain or a field for the national government. But as far as the county is concerned, create employment and these things will phase out. Simple.
Naam, bila shaka. Bi Mwende Gatabaki, nataka tusalie kwa hili swala la uhalifu pamoja na maswala ya ulevi katika kaunti ya Kiambu. Wenzako wameeleza yale mambo ambayo watakayofanya kubadilisha hali hiyo. Je, wewe utafanya nini?
Let me say, I see three things. One, yes, unemployment. Two, the alcohol and drug abuse in Kiambu is real and very, very serious. And let me explain that a little bit. When you go to some of the shopping centers, like one I went to in Kikuyu, where after every 3 shops, there's a bar. After every 3 shops, there's a bar. So there's also the issue of the kind of policies that the county government puts in place. There's also the issue of having suppliers. Some of the leaders also being suppliers. I mean, let's face it. So then there is a conflict of interest. If the leaders are also suppliers and the issue of alcohol and drug abuse is real, then it cannot, managing it becomes an issue because there's a conflict of interest. About unemployment is real. And actually, Kiambu has one of the highest unemployment rates of the age between 18 and 29. I see several areas. One of them is when we start agribusiness, okay? Areas where youth can easily be trained through the TVET. Through the TVET, they get hands-on skills and they go into modern farming. They might not like the old way of farming, but modern farming using greenhouses, fish farming. For example, there's an area called Deya, which we don't use because there's no water. I would want to use that area for fish farming. I'm already doing a pilot project in Machakos, and it's something I want to replicate. There are areas of construction. The construction industry. This unfortunately collapsed during the first government because of some of the the policies that were put in place. And this is an area which we can revive very easily, and it will create employment for the youth. There's also an area of leather apparel because we do have a lot of leather processing. So what we need to do is actually have incubators and put machines there so that the youth can actually come and make their products, because the issue becomes the initial capital injection in a business. So that if you provide that platform where they can come with their materials and actually make their products there, then go and sell and just pay for maintenance fee, that will really work. Also incubators for things like food processing. They're very keen. They go to Limuru, they buy the potatoes, they come and make chips, they packet them, and they go and sell. That will also do. Also, something to do with digital. What I've seen is that the youth are very innovative, giving them a platform. In fact, I'm calling it my digital center, my DC, so that in every ward, there's a digital center where they can actually come and do their content, their YouTube things. The youth are very good at that, and they have that talent. So also building on that talent.
Naam, tutakaporejea ningependa ufafanue zaidi kuhusiana na hili swala la ulevi. Umezungumzia masuala ya kubadilisha sera. Maki umetaja kuwa kuna viongozi ambao wao ndo wanaleta hizi pombe kwa hawa vijana. Umezungumzia swala la maduka mengi ya vileo. Utatueleza kwa kina ni sera gani ambazo utazibadilisha na zitakuwa zinasema nini?
That's right, Masuriman. And I believe we do need to take another break at this moment. When we come back, Honorable Jungle, I'll come to you and also get the same response. I know you have something to say on the same as well. And of course, to our viewers, please keep sending in your messages. 22422 is the SMS line. # Citizen Debates, the first one. And we are hearing from those who want to lead Kiambu County from 2022 to 2027. And we carry on with that after this short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.